Morning all, 6:42. Bit late really. Well, sunrise is in about a quarter of an hour, as you can see it's getting quite light. I ain't got a clue where I'm going, but when I get there, see you there. Sunrise is just happening. I've come to a place called Oyster Cove, I think it is, off Horse Bend something or other. Come this way for two reasons, because I come here last year and done a video, didn't really get any shots I was happy with, and look, if I press that, sun's just coming up, look. My missus likes a Mackie D coffee and it's over this way, so I thought I'd come over here, get a Mackie D coffee for the missus whilst getting a few shots. Perfect conditions. But I'm going to go to another bit of cove because it's quite late. I hope it bloody warms up. I left the house in a bit of a rush this morning. I didn't want to wake anyone up. So as gross as it sounds, I'll grab what I could out of the dirty washing basket. Chainsaw boots, shorts, t-shirt. So hopefully it'll warm up. Don't think this is Oyster Cove, this is the one next to it. Well, this might be Oyster Cove. I don't know. Right, got a cracking little spot here. Let's stand up here because I want to get soaked in a minute. Looking right down the coastline there. If I push on that, you can see the colours that. Bit of foreground water. Bit of headland on the left. And a cool sun making its way up. Some funky colours, and the sky is well trippy. Looks really good. So, ISO 50. Focused on the foreground just down here because there's a rock sticking out that every now and again seems to stick its head out. Blimey, look at that. Getting a bit close. I've got to watch actually because the water's going around me and I'm stood on a rock. All out on my own. Should be alright. But yeah, I like this shot. 0.9 soft graduated filter to slow that side of the frame down because the water's quite bright and the sky's brighter. Got a 0.8 neutral density filter on to slow the exposure down across the whole scene. And I've got an exposure of 6 seconds and I'm shooting at f14. This is what the shot looks like. Well, that's a pain in the ass. Bloody tides come round me. Looks like I'm going to get wet feet. Never mind. Alright, quite like this shot. It's alright. Thing is, the sun's around the corner and it's not playing ball at the minute, so I've got a nice little gully here where the water comes in. I've got this kind of lovely red rock face on the left. There's a little bit of colour left in the sky. If I do that, yeah, you see there's a bit of colour left because the sun's hidden now. But looking down there, it's not a bad little picture. I've got my 0.8 neutral density filter on to give me a slower shutter speed across the whole scene, and I've got my 0.9 soft to slow the sky and a bit of water down on the angle. F14, I'm getting a nice shutter speed of about 4 seconds, and I'm shooting on ISO 50 because I just want to get a bit of a shutter speed, get a bit of movement, get a bit of ghost in that water. Because to be honest, the focus of this shot is the water and the rocks in the foreground, really. Bit of funky sky, so for me, the interest is this foreground. I quite like it, it's alright. Not brilliant. Almost got like a magazine front cover to it. Nice portrait, nice border down the left hand side. Yeah, I think it looks alright. Cool. Been a bit of a rush shoot this, to be honest. Quick bit of advice. When you're shooting near the coast, when you're changing, what I do is I've got a habit of, my filters have got writing on them, and I always have the writing facing me. So whenever one side of my lens is getting battered by the elements, I know when I'm out in the field, I only need to clean one side. Because I face the letters towards me, and that way I know the other side is always getting hit with the salt water and the spray. So I know that I only need to clean the other side of the lens, if that makes sense. Should make sense. Yeah, just simple things, little things that make life a bit easier. When you're out in the field, you've got to take, I use this Zeiss stuff, Zeiss cleaning fluid, and a little cloth. By the coast, you've got no choice, you've got to take this with you, and you need to clean when you're out in the field. Because, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, my glasses are covered in spray. I've only been here 20 minutes. And the front of my lens, probably can't see it now, but it is absolutely covered. You've got to clean the front of your filters and your lens when you're out in the field. It's just the way it is. So always keep this stuff in your bag. It's good stuff. I've got the sea spray banging towards me and it's getting the front of my graduated filter covered. So what I do is I go into my camera, I compose my shot, I get all my settings as I want them, and then just before I take the shot, whip the filter off, clean it, smack bang, boom, take a shot. Nice and quick. Because I leave it there for literally 10 seconds and it gets covered in spray. So literally compose the shot, get it all ready just to press the trigger, and before you do, whip the graduated filter out, give it a clean, smack it back on, whack bam boogie, take a shot. Right, it's 8 o'clock now, so it's about an hour past sunrise, but there's still some funky sky up there. Look at that, look. That's an hour past sunrise. So, quite like this shot here. Getting covered today. Pretty basic shot, really. Woohoo! Shit. Pretty basic shot. Just a rock smack bang in the foreground. It's got the water rushing around it, which I quite like. Gone for a portrait, so it's just mainly sky, which looks really cool. Still, I'm trying to get a long exposure because I want the water to rush in and around the rocks. But this time, gone for HDR. Shooting at f14, one supposedly exposure bang on, one a couple of stops under, and one a couple of stops over, because the front of this rock is in shade and it's quite dark, and I wouldn't mind really getting a funky sky and getting a bit of detail in the front of this rock. One shot's going to be well overexposed, but I'm going to have the detail in the rock in the foreground, and then another shot sort of for me mid-tones for the water, and then another shot a bit darker to bring out the funkiness of that sky, because look at that, what a sky. People say to me sometimes, oh, what do you do? Do you edit your skies? They look really funky. It's just being in the right place at the right time, and look at that, look. It's well lush. Hour past sunrise. I mean, you can see it's not very sunny, look. My picture doesn't look very warm. So, let's give it a blast, get a shot. Cool. Right, I've chucked my Lee big stopper on. Don't use it much because I can't be arsed to wait around. Same thing, still got my graduated filter on to slow the bright sky down. Same composition with the rock in the foreground. Going for something a little bit arty. Thought someone was creeping up behind me then. I bet you someone walks down those steps in a minute. I swear I just saw someone. Anyway. Same composition, but the only thing I've done is got my Lee big stopper out. So I'm getting a shutter speed now of 30 seconds. Put my aperture to f8. So I don't want to go much more than 30 seconds. Can't be bothered to wait around. And it's giving me a pretty cool shot, actually. Pretty cool. 30 seconds, f8. I should imagine that was a bit of a quick, hectic video, because normally I chuck me camera that's videoing me on a tripod, but I normally video these YouTube videos with a GoPro, and I've got a little microphone that plugs in the side. I forget what it's called now, but it's been playing up. I don't know if you noticed in the last couple of videos. So I've bought a microphone for my iPhone, which is cool, but I've got nothing to sit my iPhone on at the minute. I need a little adapter so my iPhone can sit on my other tripod, so it's nice and chilled and relaxed, and I can talk through what I'm doing. So it was a bit gung-ho, this one, but never mind. Look at that, look. I got bit by a bloody bee on Thursday. It's still not going down. Rex, bloody thing. Yeah, so hopefully there's some cool images there. Sunrise is a bit more of a reasonable time now, 7 o'clock in the morning, or 10 to 7, which is nice. But shooting by the coast is such a pain in the ass if you're a big filter shooter like me, because I use filters all the time and spray forever. You spend more time cleaning your filters than you do actually taking shots, but it's worth it just to get that one shot. I probably only took 3 different shots, but if I've just got one good one out of all of them, it's worth getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning. This is my microphone windbreak, so it'd be interesting to see, because it was really windy down on the beach. It'd be interesting to see how good this has worked. See you again. Cheers. Bye.